All right, my name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Channel. Now, the kind of politics that Mr. Ferguson here is experiencing right about now, it is undeniable. Now, the attention that Mr. Ferguson is getting right now, just what I'm saying, is a lot of politics. And here what I'm saying, we at the Workers' Rights platform here do subscribe to somebody out of it across. We are bounded by certain codes of ethics. That what is taking place here, the closing down of an industry, instead of restructuring it, in which some of the workers and them could at least, benefit from the closing down. You see, the government can't just come and close down our industry just so. We do subscribe to that. No workers' rights operative supposed to subscribe to something like that. There are other ways in which they could deal with the problem. Now, I would have come across a video from what would have been taking place internationally, and I would have seen this to be something in which the government could have used to curtail the situation. And this is it.
Copper thieves caught on camera stealing wire right off DTE energy trucks. DTE workers say metal thieves are putting your electricity and their lives at risk, and the problem keeps getting worse.
Tonight, 7 Action News investigator Heather Catallo takes us behind the scenes to show us how the metal thieves hurt everyone.
They are brazen and bold and a danger to the energy workers who keep our lights on. Watch as this group of 4 men approach the DTE energy truck on Detroit's west side. In 30 seconds flat, they hop on the truck, grab coils of copper wire, and take off. But what these 4 didn't realize, they were being watched, not only from down the street, but cameras installed on the
Watch
truck
how the government there taking
clear pictures
how they're dealing
of
with
the
this.
now convicted copper thieves. Fighting a rash of copper thefts from their trucks, DTE security experts also installed a GPS device inside the wire so they could track them to this scrapyard. In just 3 months this summer, copper thieves hit DTE trucks 41 times.
Are they getting more brazen?
Very. This is as bad as I've ever seen it.
DTE lineman Lamar Williams says now copper thieves will jump right on their trucks when they're stopped at a stoplight to steal the wire that Williams needs to restore electricity. Williams says he's had a gun pulled on him several times.
Real crazy, and sometimes they'll circle the block, you can see. But you can't watch them watch the truck and do your job. It's bad enough our job is dangerous.
According to the FBI website, copper theft has been on the rise since 2006, and the thieves are threatening U.S. critical infrastructure. Selling at about $3 a pound, hot copper is a hot commodity.
Some customers lose power so much because of the thieves. When we come at night to do legitimate work, and we're up the pole, people come out with guns, and that puts us at risk.
The most important thing I do is provide a safe work environment for employees and keeping the lights and gas on.
DTE Chief Security Officer Michael Lynch is giving the 7 investigators an inside look at how DTE is fighting back against the thieves after his staff used surveillance and GPS to track the 4 men stealing off the truck to this scrapyard. Lynch says they found $30,000 in receipts from the 4.
You see how
All
the
of them pleaded
you see how they're
guilty
trying
felony
to
larceny. And
watch how they
Lynch
deal with
worked
this
Detroit
copper thing.
police to have as well. Pratt has since been fired from the scrapyard, but his attorney insists Pratt is innocent and had no idea the wire was stolen. Truck thefts workers. Lynch says suspects recently broke into 22 substations.
They ripped the copper out.
Can you believe they just come in here and just take all this stuff?
Well, it's very unfortunate.
Sometimes the thieves actually de-energize the equipment, knocking out power to thousands of customers. Lynch's team recovered 2,000 pounds of their copper wiring and other metal parts at another Detroit scrapyard, Southwest Metals, even though the materials clearly showed they came from a substation.
All of it went to a singular scrapyard, and they took it knowing it was stolen.
So they knew it was from DTE?
Absolutely.
Detroit police arrested 20-year-old DeAnthony Richardson, who pleaded guilty to buying and selling stolen metal and other felony charges. But Michael Lynch says the problem will never stop unless they go after the people who buy stolen metal as well. That's why police also arrested Southwest Metals owner Joe Fawaz, as well as 2 scale operators. They are awaiting trial.
We take this extremely serious, and that's why anybody that chooses to steal our wire or turn off electricity by breaking into a substation, we're going to go after them.
If the idea of going to prison doesn't stop copper thieves, maybe Gerald Chapman's story will.
I fractured pelvis, 3 cracked ribs, collapsed lung. I had to learn how to walk all over again.
This 57-year-old lost part of his left arm after he got shocked with more than 13,000 volts while stealing copper from an electrical pole.
So I don't want to advise anyone to do this. I'm one of the lucky ones. Most people aren't lucky.
The attorney for the owner of Southwest Metals tells me he's confident his client will be completely exonerated. A lawyer for Lafayette Recycling tells 7 Action News this is not something the company condones in any way. I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.
Good thing they're installing those tracking devices.
Yeah,
now.
you hope that they can cut that down. As a matter of fact, there's some bills making their way right now through this House and the Senate in Lansing that are aiming to make it easier to catch up and prosecute these thieves like that. Heather's going to follow up on that, by the way, tomorrow night on 7 Action News at 5.
Right, people. Or you see what the government would have done in Detroit in trying to eradicate the copper thief and thing. Now, when we look at metals, the iron is just one part of it. There are a second part in which you call precious metals, which is copper, zinc, aluminum, brass. These things all go for a different price, more than the iron. So, to say in the least, all the government had was to do is put trackers on some of those wires on them and crack down on the thieves that thief in these wires. Why they had to shut down a whole industry where people is dependent on it to eat. All the government had was to do is install trackers. These things are not expensive. But if we was to go with the logic in which they use to shut down the industry, we would have extinct the human race. Because here what's going on, we are the problem, we causing all the crime. And here I think if we was to use the logic in which Rowley would have used to shut down our whole industry, we would have extinct the human race. A government like this, plain talk bad manners, they could have come up with a better approach to deal with a situation like this. Why that to shut down a whole industry? Why? Come on. Come on, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Why you had was to shut down a whole industry and put people on the breadline? Because of what? I know, when we feel that when he was closing down Petrotrin, when he closed down Wassa, well, he closed down Wassa, you structure it and send people home. Now everybody is feeling it. What we waiting on in this country for us to come together and stand up once and for all and bring the country to a halt. The people of Trinidad and Tobago have enough. The people of Trinidad and Tobago have enough of this. And hear what I say, without fear or favor, if some of the people vex with me that you're a business, but if one person should get affected by this, then the government ought not to take this decision. There are better ways. You see how they're dealing with it in Detroit. They say this thing going on since 2006. Failure. 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 Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley are pleading on behalf of the workers in the iron industry. Show some compassion. Show some heart. You make a wrong decision, you still have time to change your mind. Don't do the people and them that. Now the other side, so right now, some of them other side, not right now, some of them, yeah, but right now school going on open. What you expect some of them to do? And Mr. Alan Ferguson, keep up the fight, brother. Keep up the fight. And the rest of the people at Trinidad and Tobago, or you stand up too, because you are next. Now there was a saying in which you did say, when they came after the trade unionists, I did not stand up because I was not in any trade union. When they came after the socialists, I didn't stand up because I wasn't a socialist. And then they came for me. And there was no one to stand with me. Stand up for your country. Put aside party politics. Stand up for your country. The two major races. Race Indo-Trinidadian and Afro-Trinidadian. See that the best way out of this situation right about now is for us to come together and put aside race, put aside party, put aside all this type of nonsense that they have been selling us since Trinidad become a republic. Put aside that and stand up for your country. If you hear people protesting down, so come and stand up with them. You hear Wassa workers taking, come and stand up with them. Because when the time come for you, for people to defend you, it will have nobody to stand up for you. Stand up with the rest of the people in the country. This is a crisis that is affecting us all. And I don't know how now that Mr. Ferguson realized that, because I hear it in his voice. I listen to the meeting, and he's saying, yeah, what's going on? It coming for it reach home. It reach home. So people again, this is the Workers' Rights channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. My name is Renison Jeffrey, and I am out. Stay tuned for more content like this. Tomorrow, we're going to drop the video. I will show you the cleanups that we was doing after the flood. You know, it take me a while. And although a day late, happy Independence Day to all of you all. You know, it's a little belated, but this coming from the Workers' Rights platform. And out.